Alright, so I'm refilming in my craft room, and we're kind of sitting at an angle just because I've got my boxes of yarn and we're stacked and we're kind of tilted. My son is outside the door because he does not want to leave me alone, and please excuse my hair because I'm a little frazzled trying to get ready to go home for Christmas in hopefully Saturday, but probably Sunday. So I thought I would do this video, and I think I'm gonna do another video maybe before I leave, or I'll just do a brief description on it after this one. But we're just gonna get right into what I have done for my cross stitch and what I am going to do. So I'm going to start with the project I actually just finished tonight for a Secret Santa box that needs to go out on the 18th, or needs to arrive by the 18th. I can't remember. So, it's basically two projects in one, because I have two friends. One wants me to do one for her sister, and then one is for a Secret Santa box for a friend, and they both love Peter Pan. So this pattern that I got is perfect because it's got two things of Peter Pan in one pattern, which is supposed to be one pattern. But this lady, she actually has the pattern with, I'll just show you. She has this pattern, and then she has one with just Tinkerbell, John, Wendy, and Peter. So I got the whole one so that I could just kill two birds with one stone, basically. So this first friend who wants me to do it for her sister, and her sister knows about it, obviously, it's just Tinkerbell, Michael, John, Wendy, and Peter. Like, that's it. She doesn't want the wording, so she just wants them. And it's going to be on this Ada cloth. It's a 14 count, and it's ice blue. It's from Joann's. I don't remember the name, but I think it's a DMC. I'm not quite sure. But DMC Brights, I think is what it's called. Something like that. Anyway, so she wants that. The project that I just finished is just the lettering, and that's for my Secret Santa box, and I'll show you that. So the floss I used was a pewter gray for the outline, and then for the, like, who said it underneath. So it's Peter Pan, and then the outline is in a pewter gray, and then the wording is in floss by Weeks Dye Work. Weeks Dye Work? Yeah, Weeks Dye Work floss in Cape Cod, and it's kind of a minty to a minty gray to a light gray to a dark gray, and I did it on 14 count antique white, I think. So I don't think you're going to be able to see the coloring, but that's what it looks like. I did all the outlining in that pewter gray, as well as the pewter gray for Peter Pan. And then I got the frame, which was on sale at Michael's for 40% off, so I kind of got it because it kind of matched with the floss color. I'm listening to my son. Okay, anyway, so while I was at my cross-stitch shop, I got, obviously, that floss by Weeks Dye Work, the Cape Cod, and then I got a couple other colors. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought they were too dang pretty to pass up. So the first one is, it's like white to, like, it's different because that both spec ends of the white, it changes to a different color. So it's like white's in the middle, and it goes from white to pink to light, like gradient, to dark pink, and then white in the middle again, obviously, to gray to black gradient. So that one is called Santa Claus. And then this one I love, and I wish that you could see in person, like it's prettier in person, the color of it. And this one is called Bethlehem, and it's got like light pink into magenta into a deep purple, and then there's light, very light gray, like a silvery light gray into a darker gray. Yeah, and that one's called Bethlehem. And then in this one, there is a lime green, yellow, like a bright yellow, bright orange, and bright pink. And that one's called Calypso. So then these next two are called Mermaid, and all the skeins that are all the skeins. Wow, sorry, I'm oh my gosh, I'm a cross stitch, or I'm a crocheter as well, so I will get things mixed up. But I know that not every floss is gonna look the same because it's hand tied. So I tried to get one that would match it in brightness, because some of them are kind of dull, but then some of them are bright, some of them are in between. So I tried to get them in the brightness spectrum of the skein, or the floss colors. But these go from yellow to bright green into blue, into a darker blue, into a purple, into magenta. And seriously, they're pretty in person. If you can find them, you should. So I got those, and then this project is unfinished, obviously, because I really need to finish it. But all I need to do is just put the rest of the the triplets up there. And then I want to find Celtic lettering so that I can put Brave up top, because I think that would be pretty cool. So I'm going to actually try and finish that one tonight, because I don't think it'll take me very long. It won't take me very long, obviously, because I just need to do some heads. God, I'm so tired. And then I started this project, which is Sailor Moon. And as you can see, I did her legs and part of her waist. But the Aida cloth I did it on, I actually just cut up for another project. So I need to get more of that Aida cloth and restart it. And then I'm going to put it on this tension hoop, which I got at Hobby Lobby. And it's normally $2.49. I got it with the coupon for $1.49. So I'm going to restart that on the Aida cloth in the next project. And I showed this one in my last video from Paper Factory, and I tried to get a frame for it, but I cut it in too far, so I'm going to keep this and probably restart it again, do a new one. But I'm going to redo this one, and I got the pattern, and my printer is a POS, so you can see it barely, and the grid is there, but I don't know what's going on with my printer, so the cartridges are all filled. Like, I think it's just the printer. It's a hand-me-down, so. I'm going to redo that Sailor Moon on this wheat color. I think it's called wheat color, and on this smaller tension hoop, which is also from Hobby Lobby, $1.99. But I cut another piece out of that same Aida cloth that I did the Sailor Moon. Well, I started the Sailor Moon one on. But I'm going to do a tuxedo mask on this one, and then Sailor Moon on the second one that I cut, so that I can put them in these frames that I found at Michael's while I was standing in line. And I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for this project if I redo it. So it's a navy blue, you can't tell. It's a navy blue color and then a red color. And so I'm going to redo those and stick them in this one. Those are my projects to my work in progress. I'm trying to go really fast so that I can get it under the 10 mark thing on my phone, time limit on my phone, but those are what I have done. I should have brought it up. I have a dress I finished crocheting in Red Heart Unforgettable yarn in the color Stained Glass, and I used 2 strands of the same yarn, and I'm hoping it fits her because I followed her suggestion on the hook size for the dress for the age. And so that is it for my works in progress, or ones that I'm going to finish or start to finish. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See ya!